days, but we do officially have a move-in day and we need to get all of the essentials so that we can pack up.
Welcome back to our moving diaries where we have 26 days to pack up our house and move. I'm doing my best with these numbers, but we are not going to talk about that set.
There are currently two very different kinds of moving stories unfolding inside the Bates family, and honestly, the contrast between them is becoming impossible to ignore. While Carlin Bates Stewart is turning her long-awaited house move into chaotic influencer entertainment packed with fake-out reveals, shopping vlogs, and internet debates over cardboard boxes, Katie Bates Clark is documenting the exact same life transition with an entirely different emotional energy. One built around therapy, exhaustion, uncertainty, and a brutally honest countdown towards starting over. And somehow, watching both sisters navigate relocation at the exact same time has ended up exposing two completely different realities operating underneath the polished Bates family image. The internet chaos officially kicked off when Carlin Bates Stewart uploaded a dramatic teaser clip announcing she had a major update, immediately triggering the kind of online panic she probably knew would happen. Before viewers even had time to process the setup, Carlin pushed her hand directly toward the camera lens in a way that practically screamed pregnancy announcement energy. The framing felt intentional almost to the point of parody. The angle, the pause, the dramatic positioning, everything about it looked engineered to make viewers spiral for a few seconds before finally revealing the truth. And then, right as the camera shifted focus, giant moving boxes suddenly appeared in the background, while text confirmed that the Stewart family had officially secured a move-in date for their heavily delayed dream home renovation. And honestly, the audience reaction became almost more entertaining than the announcement itself. Family members instantly flooded the comments celebrating the milestone, while Evan practically sounded emotionally exhausted from living inside construction limbo for so long. But outside the Bates bubble, viewers became way more obsessed with the bait-and-switch setup than the actual house update. Multiple fans openly admitted they fully believed Carlin was announcing another pregnancy based on the opening shot alone, while others laughed about how aggressively she leaned into influencer suspense tactics just to reveal cardboard boxes instead. And honestly, that perfectly captures why Carlin's content works online, because even viewers annoyed by the clickbait still end up completely invested in the rollout anyway. Naturally, Carlin followed the teaser with a second vlog documenting the actual moving process, and somehow the energy became even more chaotic. The entire Stewart family loaded into the car for a massive Lowe's run where Zayd proudly carried boxes around like he was training for a strongman competition, while Layla wandered through the aisles talking about her future bedroom with the emotional intensity of somebody designing a luxury mansion. The entire vlog had this overstimulating but weirdly entertaining family road trip energy where everyone looked simultaneously excited, exhausted, and slightly overwhelmed all at once. But buried in the middle of the shopping frenzy came one surprisingly vulnerable moment that completely shifted the tone. Standing inside Lowe's with baby Navy strapped to her chest, Carlin admitted that after waiting so long for this house, finally reaching the move-in stage now feels emotionally overwhelming in a way she did not fully expect. And honestly, that tiny confession changed everything. Because suddenly the moving vlog stopped feeling like polished influencer content for a second. Instead, it felt like someone realizing that finally getting the thing you spent years obsessing over can actually feel emotionally destabilizing once it becomes real. Longtime viewers especially connected with that moment because they have basically watched this renovation saga drag on for years alongside the Stewart family themselves. Of course, because this is Bates internet culture, the conversation immediately spiraled into completely unrelated side arguments almost immediately afterward. One section of viewers became deeply invested in criticizing the family for buying brand new moving boxes instead of collecting free ones from grocery stores, while another somehow transformed baby Navy wearing a large sun hat indoors into a full parenting debate. And honestly, there may not be another family online capable of turning a simple Lowe's shopping vlog into simultaneous conversations about consumerism, parenting optics, and influencer excess within less than 24 hours. Meanwhile, while Carlin's moving process unfolded like chaotic lifestyle entertainment, Katie Bates Clark entered the timeline with an atmosphere so emotionally heavy that the contrast almost felt shocking. Her video, Moving Diaries Part 1, opened with Katie sitting quietly on her driveway, writing the number 30 across moving boxes stacked outside the garage, while explaining that her family had exactly 30 days left before moving out. There was no dramatic fake-out intro, no chaotic editing, no playful shopping montage. The entire video carried the exhausted emotional tone of somebody trying to hold themselves together while navigating a life transition that clearly feels much bigger than simply changing houses. But what genuinely stunned viewers was the caption underneath the post, because Katie completely abandoned the polished influencer language audiences normally expect from the Bates family. She openly admitted that the last several months of her marriage had been deeply difficult emotionally. Katie revealed that she and Travis had been navigating therapy, hard conversations, prayer, and emotional struggles while trying to figure out what was healthiest for their family moving forward. Anticipating internet speculation almost immediately, she directly clarified that the move was not some magical attempt to fix deeper problems through a new house, because real life simply does not work that way. Instead, she framed the relocation as a deliberate attempt to create peace, healing, and emotional stability after a season that had clearly pushed both of them to their limits. And honestly, the reaction online shifted almost instantly from curiosity into genuine emotional concern. Longtime followers admitted the confession suddenly explained why Katie and Travis had seemed emotionally distant and unusually absent online for months. Marriage-focused communities flooded the comments with stories about therapy, emotional burnout, rebuilding relationships, and surviving difficult seasons inside marriage. For probably the first time in a long time, viewers were not reacting to aesthetics or influencer strategy. They were responding to someone who sounded genuinely exhausted and emotionally vulnerable in a way that felt impossible to fake. Then came Moving Diaries Part 2, where Katie and Travis documented the physical reality of packing up the house while crossing the countdown from 30 days down to 26. Viewers watched the couple haul heavy furniture downstairs, dismantle shelving units, organize endless piles of toys, pack children's books, and maneuver oversized furniture through narrow staircases almost entirely by themselves. And strangely enough, one of the biggest conversations online had almost nothing to do with the move itself. Instead, viewers became fixated on the noticeable absence of the larger Bates family throughout the process. For a family whose public identity has always revolved around closeness, sibling teamwork, and overwhelming support systems, many longtime followers found it genuinely strange that Katie and Travis appeared to be handling such a physically exhausting move almost completely alone during one of the hardest emotional seasons of their marriage. Some viewers defended the situation by pointing out that social media never tells the full story, while others argued the silence still felt impossible to ignore, considering how heavily the Bates family has always marketed unity as part of their brand. And honestly, that underlying tension became one of the most fascinating aspects of Katie's moving series, because viewers were no longer just watching people pack boxes anymore. They were quietly reevaluating how much of the Bates family image still reflects reality behind the scenes. And maybe that is exactly why these two moving stories became so unexpectedly compelling online. Carlin represents the version of Bates internet that still functions like high-energy influencer entertainment, where even stressful life moments become playful suspense and addictive content loops. Katie, meanwhile, feels like the opposite side of that same system. The moment where the performance starts cracking enough for audiences to finally see the emotional exhaustion underneath it. One sister turned moving into chaotic internet entertainment. The other turned moving into what almost feels like a survival diary disguised as a packing vlog. And together, they accidentally revealed just how emotionally different life inside the Bates family has quietly become depending on which camera is turned on. But now I want to hear from you guys. Were you completely fooled by Carlin's dramatic fake-out opening? Or did you immediately know the announcement was not another pregnancy reveal? Do you think viewers are overanalyzing details like cardboard boxes and baby hats? Or is that simply unavoidable once your entire life becomes internet content? And honestly, what was your reaction to Katie openly discussing therapy and emotional struggles while physically handling such an exhausting move almost entirely on her own? Drop all your thoughts and theories down below. And if you want more deep dives into the latest Bates family chaos, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next breakdown. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys in the next one.